Blackstone Audio presents All Tomorrow's Parties, a Memoir, by Rob Spillman. This book is read by Malcolm Hillgartner. For Alyssa. 1. Art should be life. It's an imitation of life. It should have some humanity in it. John Lydon. Soundtrack, Sex Pistols, Holidays in the Sun, 1977. This must be the place. I point to the street signs above us, then back down at the flyer. If you say so, Alyssa says. Where else should we possibly be? I ask, and raise my glass. 4 months before reunification, we are drinking a previously impossible-to-obtain West German wine at a makeshift sidewalk cafe, stumbling distance from our illegal Coldwater flat. Although the wall has fallen the previous October, West German authorities don't yet have authority to cross into the East. When the German Democratic Republic, GDR, police's wages vanished, so did they. The only authority left here is the elite riot police and the remnants of the GDR's army. They keep order by bashing the skinheads and anarchists and running street battles every night. We haven't seen many other Westerners on this side of the wall. Most are staying away until reunification. Young East Germans have looked out for us, 25-year-old Americans, married less than 2 years, self-proclaimed bohemians crazy enough to live in the midst of their chaos. But to us, it doesn't feel crazy. There is something alive and magical in the air. What it must have been like in the 20s, when Marlene Dietrich was roaming the risque drag clubs in men's clothes, when culture and politics collided and the possibilities were revolutionary. Now, for East Germans, Berlin is reborn, and in the month we've been living here, everything feels possible. 2 weeks ago, this wine bar was a boarded-up food market. Young locals pooled their money and drove through a gap in the wall in a battered Wartburg, which they filled with cases of West German wine, then smashed down the market's door and served the wine on the sidewalk on upturned cable spools scavenged from abandoned warehouses along the eastern side of the wall. Thus the Prenzlauer Berg wine bar was born, and thus we became regulars, doing what was unthinkable only a year ago, publicly downing a whole bottle of cold 1989 Pfälzer Landwein from the Rhine. Not that there aren't still risks. Almost every night the sirens sound, blaring like World War II air raid warnings, winding up louder and louder, signaling that the riot police are coming in to clear the skinheads who are trying to firebomb the Autonomen, anarchist squats nearby. All up and down our block, the anarchists have taken over abandoned buildings and have painted them pink.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?